of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the Vols head coach told me before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Brown wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Auburn. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteers offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And the man leading the attack, George McIntyre, freshman out of the state of Tennessee. Last time out, completed better than 80% of his passes and a 300-yard day through the air.
And Reese, man, he has been really, really good to start this season. Last week, excellent. But you do got that one loss on the ledger. But they've trusted him. They've put it in his hands. I think you want to see the consistency from his offense, Jesse, as it continues to grow, continues to get better throughout the season. But I've seen some great flashes.
Yeah, the amazing thing is when you talk to people on the inside of the program, they'll tell you if he can keep being consistent, play the way he did last week, they think they can go to the college football playoff. You mentioned the loss they have early in the year. They can't afford another one here in the middle of the season. He's got to play great today. But very quietly, they believe this could be a special year if this guy plays one.
Long way to go on second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. In traffic, it's Staley. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. And the Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They bring the punter onto the field now. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the ball comes to rest right there.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Brown will throw it. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. With the run on first and goal. He's going for the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal coming up. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Touchdown, Volunteers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The extra point here would tie the game.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a compliment.
He's loose. A very productive run gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Brown wants to pass. Keeps the play going. Fires to the end zone. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Bunch formation for these receivers. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Four wide out set, two on either side on 2nd and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Matthews. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
Well, what you know about Josh Heupel in this offense is they're explosive, and they always seem to have a dude outside at wide receiver. They normally have multiple guys like that. You obviously lose Chris Brazzell, a big-time playmaker, for the balls. They're going to have to replace that, David, but they've done such a good job recruiting and developing. There's no question in my mind they're going to find guys that can go on the outside and hurt you.
They find those guys with speed, right? And they create so much space in this offense. Now, make no mistake about it. This is a run-first offense, and I love the way they do it, but developing that chemistry out wide, finding their new guys. They found them a year ago quickly. They stepped up. They made plays. Who's going to be their playmakers this season?
Out wide right, it's Smith. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Reels it in. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. And the Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Gets rid of it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a 4th down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Breaks the tackle. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
And I know when we talk Josh Heupel offenses at Tennessee, we always talk about tempo and going fast and deep shots down the field. But, David, one thing we also know is that he is committed to running the football. And Bishop, after a phenomenal year, a year ago, running for over 1,000 yards, you know they're going to be balanced, and you know they're going to feature him.
They're going to feature him, they're going to run him a lot, and they're going to run him at a fast pace, right? That's what they've done. And they've been so good at it. And it's not just the early ground game that you got to worry about. It's the wear-out factor late. They usually commit to the run.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown ball!
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative one.
Second down to the air. Slings it downfield. Left side, it's Jackson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. The Volunteers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. The give to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he puts through the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Turns up, it's Johnson. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Brown wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in with one hand. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target. They're just not on the same page.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just on the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. First play of this drive. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense. but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
And he almost had a pick.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8-ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Out wide left, it's Cartwright. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. Punt is in the air on fourth down. Looking for room. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not much.
Brown will throw it. Right side, it's Kane. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires quickly.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Pack's got it on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
They'll run it with Bryson Washington. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. Send the tight end in motion. Sells to fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Brown wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Tennessee sideline. Developing story, guys. Their best wide receiver is dealing with a few issues. Very banged up here in this game, but he is battling through it, still on the field, trying to perform for his offense. I'll keep you posted on how he's able to adapt here in the game. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Keeps it on the option. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
2nd down, gonna throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
This is a designed run.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Sees an alley. Got the 1st down. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Bishop. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The Volunteers will call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He'll pull it on the read. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had 0 answers.
Touchdown, Volunteer! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Give him 3 touchdowns in this game and now up to 8 on the season.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the 1st half, they score a touchdown, and here in the first 4 minutes of the 2nd half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high, but this is one of those areas situationally in the game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
Waning seconds of the 1st half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Brown will throw it. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Oh, pressure's coming. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. Wants to throw on first. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. On the return, it's Dotson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the sack all the way back at the 5. And the Volunteers will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Tells the run, wants to pass. Unloads it left. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down.
And, David, I know there's a part of you that wonders what if had you played tight end. You and I have been out in the field pregame before. We've been spinning it around with your athleticism. I know you wonder what it would have been like to go make plays like that.
I tell you what, I do wonder what if now, Jesse, because now you can't hit these guys. Like, you're not allowed to hit them high, all the targeting. Like, if you're a big body guy with good hands, you can go make a lot of money. Might have been a little bit safer. Might not have got hurt. So, yeah, might not have been that bad of a living.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Quarterback changing the play. Got to make the play on 4th. Throws to the wideout. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Quick give. It's Bishop. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Caught in the backfield. It's Matthews. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Volunteers want to move quickly.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Volunteers made the grab and took it big man as they extend this lead here in Week 5. And the extra point. And the score is 35-17.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
They'll run him again. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Brown wants to pass. Unloads in the nick of time.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. The play fake. He'll throw it. At the 40, there he goes. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Finds a crease, it's Pop. Spins away from the defense. There's some room. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Tigers. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive to get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Vols want to pick up the tempo. The fake wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got a man. It's Matthews. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Vols come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Handoff to the lone back. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Burrowing for yardage. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Out wide right, it's Dotson. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown ball.
And With this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Tigers sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Part of being a defender, especially against the pass, is you got to see where that receiver's going to. And when he sticks his foot in the ground, you could tell. When he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, swatted the ball down, and made a nice play.
Brown will throw it. He's going for the big play. It's picked off, and they...